All right, well, we are going to go ahead and get started. So my name is Sylvia Hernandez. I'm going to be facilitating tonight's presentation. Welcome to the virtual college exploration for all Illinois students, sponsored by the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling and StriveScan. And thank you for joining us again this evening. Just a couple housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenter at any time. Your camera and microphone are off because we are in webinar mode, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions that are happening over the next 5 weeks. If you would like to check out any more, you can view the full schedule at IACAC.org. And then just to let you all know, this presentation is also being recorded. So if you would like to access it again later, or if you have friends that you want to share it with, family members, you can also do that at IACAC.org. So without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and turn it over to Emily from the University of Arizona.
Great, thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining me this evening to learn more about the University of Arizona. Again, my name is Emily Martinez and I serve as the admissions representative for the state of Illinois. So anytime you have any questions about the school, the application process, really anything Arizona, I would be the person you can reach out to for assistance. So I will be sharing out my contact information at the end. There will also probably be time for Q&A at the end as well. But what I'm going to do is give you a presentation. I have a PowerPoint presentation to highlight Arizona's academic programs, our student success services, campus life, housing, scholarships, and the application process. So I am going to go ahead and get started with that. Thank you again for joining me. So again, the University of Arizona, like any good story, I'm going to start at the beginning. The University of Arizona was founded in 1885 when Arizona was still just a territory. The main campus is located in Tucson, Arizona, which is just south of the state's capital. You can see we're on the southern end of the state. Since 1885, the university has grown into a beautiful 1 square mile campus from 20 unique colleges to 23 dorms, over 35 restaurants, a movie theater, 2 rec centers, and even a post office. Everything students need is just a quick walk away. And for those of you who like to ride your bike, our campus is super flat and Tucson is extremely bike friendly, so definitely an easily accessible place. If we fast forward 135 years, Arizona now has about 35,000 undergraduate students, and adding another 10,000 graduate students make up our entire student community. We have students coming from every single state in the US. Over 44% of students are out-of-state students. In fact, Illinois is our 3rd highest recruited state, just behind Arizona and California. 3rd comes Illinois. We also have a very diverse student body. About 40% of our students identify as diverse, and we welcome students from over 140 different countries. So definitely a great place to really meet a lot of new people, connect with a lot of new people. We are a larger university with that 35,000 undergraduate students, but still we welcome a freshman class between 7,000 and 8,000 students each application cycle. Over the years, we have maintained our student-centered focus, as most classes are relatively small with an average class size of 20 to 29 students. Of course, some are bigger and some are smaller. It just depends on the actual nature of the class. But overall, 70% of all classes at Arizona have less than 30 students, so you can be assured that personalized educational experience. Even as we continue to grow, the UA remains committed to giving you an individualized experience in the classroom. We offer a 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio to be sure you get that individualized support. Some colleges or majors have even smaller ratios. In fact, the College of Fine Arts has a student-to-faculty ratio of 9-to-1. We do an amazing job ensuring success from our students regardless of what program they choose to study in. Actually, 85% of our first-year students return for their sophomore year, so that high retention rate really shows to what Arizona is offering and how they support their student success from year to year. There are tons of advantages to being at a large public university of our size. With over 250 degree opportunities, we literally have just about any program to meet your educational needs. And these can come in a variety of different ways: undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate levels, opportunities to double major, major, minor, really set yourself up for whatever it is you want to achieve after college. Some of our most well-known programs can be found in Eller College of Management, which is our nationally top 20 ranked public business college, our College of Nursing, which has the #1 online graduate nursing program in Arizona, and our College of Fine Arts, which offers one of the most competitive dance majors in the country outside of New York City. Our students are consistently telling us that the education they received from Arizona made them real-world ready. For those of you who are undecided, don't worry. Or even for those of you who want to explore your options, Arizona has an amazing tool called Degree Search. It is a really great tool to really help you on your journey to figuring out what major is best for you. Before you start your application, or even after, you can jump onto this website to help you narrow down your options based on your own interests, your personal characteristics, or even how much math or a second language you want to take. So this is a really great way to get insight into what the program actually is about. If you select a specific major you're thinking of and you take a look at the course list, the curriculum, the courses that are required, and you're seeing a lot of classes that you think you would not enjoy or not excited about, that might be a red flag to really start thinking about, is this the major for me? Is this what I want to be doing? So take advantage of this tool, either reinforce what you want to study is really what you want to do, or explore your options. It is a great way to do that. Undeclared is actually the second most popular major for our incoming first-year students. These students will do a major exploration with our advisors in the A Center. All students will work with an academic advisor, so don't feel like any pressure that you have to know exactly what you want to do to come to Arizona. There are plenty of options and plenty of support to make sure you are on the right path. Once you are in your major, one of the main goals for staff and faculty is to make sure that students are ready for their careers. We do this through a variety of different ways. 100% student engagement is an office that focuses solely on helping students find ways to take what they're learning in the classroom and apply it to real-world situations. Those real-world situations could be internships, jobs, capstone courses, volunteering, student government, or even research. Each engagement opportunity looks a little different depending on your own college, your major, your future goals. But the basic idea of the program is that students receive the hands-on experience necessary to be 100% ready to move on to their careers, graduate school, or professional school, whatever that next step looks like for you. So why do so many students from all over the country and really all over the world choose to study with us? Whether it's the FIS Guide, Princeton Review, or Forbes, we are consistently ranked among the top 1% of institutions in the country who pay you back for what you put into your education. We've also been ranked in the top 1% of universities in the entire world for college rankings. When people look at us from the outside, they see that we are a premier Tier 1 Research 1 institution and a renowned member of the prestigious AAU, which is the American Association of Universities, and we offer over $680 million in research expenditures. All these opportunities are available for undergraduate students. Undergraduate research is a phenomenal way to really enhance your skill set, build up your experience, expand your network, and really get you ready for that next step, while making a big difference and impact on the world that surrounds you. So speaking about research opportunities, for example, the College of Science has over 18 majors. And fun fact, the College of Science raises more money in undergrad and research dollars than all of the athletic teams combined. So that is a pretty large percentage if you think about it. In the College of Science, 60% of students are involved in undergraduate research and 65% of students have paid internships. So that's just a couple of the ways highlighting those real world situations, those real world opportunities that our students are taking advantage of. And since we're talking about research, I wanted to make sure that we know that research is not just available for science or other STEM-related programs. There's undergraduate research taking place in the arts and education and government and business, all across all disciplines. So these opportunities are available to all students, regardless of their program of study, and we encourage students to get involved as early as their first year on campus. So as you can see, Arizona does a thorough job of preparing students for the real world in countless ways. Now that we've talked about all sorts of ways to get involved academically, I want to switch gears and talk more about what students do outside of the classroom. So you can see we have over 600 different student-led clubs and organizations to participate in, and the variety of clubs is something that makes the social scene at Arizona truly amazing. Student clubs and orgs range from academics to leadership to student government to Greek life to social activities to athletics and really everything in between. Over 70% of students are actively involved in campus, and again, that comes in a variety of different ways, whether it be Zona Zoo, which is the official student section for Arizona athletics. It has been consistently ranked by ESPN as the biggest, loudest, and best student section in the Pac-12 conference. Go Cats! You can imagine how much fun our athletic events are. The pride that the school spirit that's felt across our campus as well as in the entire Tucson community, it really is Wildcat country. Or maybe you're considering Greek life. About 13% of students on campus do choose to participate in Greek life at Arizona. We have 43 different sororities and fraternities to choose from, and some of them do have on-campus housing as well. These organizations take part in social events, philanthropy, and leadership activities. Thinking about all the 600 different clubs, if there's an off chance you cannot find a club that suits your interests, no worries. You just need to find a few friends and the student government will help you form that group. So Arizona is all about ensuring that you have the experience that you want, the opportunities to really connect and try new things, or really hone in on something that you're passionate about. We also have 8 different cultural centers on campus. Each provides academic, cultural, and personal support, as well as serve as an advocacy role for students on campus. You do not have to identify with a group or ethnicity to enjoy their spaces. They are open to our entire campus community and offer support to our entire campus community as well. Another great way to get involved and to find your home at Arizona is to live on campus. At Arizona, our dorms come in all shapes and sizes, and they're spread across the 4 areas of our campus known as districts. So our campus is divided into 4 different districts. What does this mean for you? This means you have a lot of choices when it comes to housing. So how do you figure out where you want to live on campus? Think about your lifestyle. Do you like to be surrounded by a lot of people? Do you prefer to know everyone in your building? Is the location on campus important? Is cost a factor? Thinking about all these questions will help you choose where you want to live at Arizona. This is important because unlike most other schools, there are no housing requirements for first-year students. As a first-year student, you can choose if you want to live on campus, and if you do, where. You get to choose the dorm based on your personal preferences. So all 23 of our dorms house freshmen through seniors, and again, depending on your preferences, is going to determine which one you live in. As a first-year student, more than 70% of students do live on campus, not only because it assists with the college transition, but they have greater access to student services and resources. Research also supports that students who live on campus have a higher GPA, as well as a better opportunity to graduate and stay on track to graduate within 4 years. Even better, my favorite part about living on campus was having the convenience of rolling out of bed and walking to class. Staying active is another great way to connect to your school and your community, while of course also maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Arizona has 2 state-of-the-art rec centers that offer opportunities for club sports, intramural sports, fitness classes, cardio and strength training equipment, as well as an outdoor pool. So plenty of ways to stay healthy and active. There are tons of reasons to love Tucson, Arizona's 2nd largest city, but being from the Midwest, my favorite thing to point out is the weather, the beautiful Tucson weather. So Tucson has an average school-time temperature of 83 degrees and on average about 300 days of sunshine. So what's not to like about that? Tucson and the surrounding Sonoran Desert is some of the most iconic scenery in the Southwest. In less than 1 hour, you drive up to Mount Lemmon, which is the tallest point in southern Arizona, where a lot of our students go out to enjoy miles of hiking, biking trails, camping, and climbing. And if you're like me, one of those crazy Midwesterners who still loves the snow, you can find it in Arizona. There is a ski resort nearby Mount Lemmon, so if you're missing the snow, you can check that out. And if you're a foodie, there's almost an endless supply of spots to explore. Tucson was actually ranked to be America's first UNESCO City of Gastronomy because of its rich agricultural heritage, thriving food traditions, and culinary distinctiveness, not to mention the best 23 miles of Mexican food in the nation. What more do you need to know? Just outside of campus, Main Gate Square is where Wildcats go to watch a game, grab a bite to eat, study, or all of the above. And Main Gate Square is literally across the street from campus. So there are plenty of hot spots around campus and around the Tucson area to enjoy, and some of them can be accessed right off of campus. You also have access to the downtown Tucson area, which has a great art scenes right on campus in Centennial Hall, which is where Broadway comes to Tucson. Tucson's famous 4th Avenue is home to coffee spots, electric shops, and restaurants. So from brunch to concerts, if it's happening in Tucson, it's probably happening downtown. And like I said, you can easily navigate all of these hot spots. Cars are not necessary. First-year students are permitted to bring a car on campus, but again, it is not necessary. You can access a lot of the places right off of campus by walking. We also have public transportation, a streetcar that runs around the campus as well as through the downtown areas and the different 4th Avenue Mercado districts, so easily accessible. We also have a shuttle that runs around the inside of campus. So if you're feeling lazy or you want to get out of the heat, you can hop on, hop off. But again, all of these spots are easily accessible. So hopefully by now you've heard a lot of exciting information and you are eager to apply to Arizona. If you are currently a senior, the fall 2021 application is now open, so you can go ahead and start submitting that. What I'm going to do is go over the requirements and the application process. So how do you apply? Applying is easy. On the application, you will be asked to either self-report your coursework or to provide a transcript. We do not require official high school transcripts up front. Again, you can self-report your coursework if you would like to. The Arizona Board of Regents, also known as ABOR, has very specific guidelines as to what the university should be looking at for admissibility. They are looking at 16 core courses. You can see these courses listed out on the screen. It is a very standard curriculum with 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 years of a lab science, 2 years of the same foreign language, 2 years of social studies, and either 1 year of fine arts or 1 year of a CTE credit. We need to make sure that you are completing all of these requirements throughout your high school career, your freshman through senior year. Thinking about these courses and the grades that you've earned, the University of Arizona is going to pull the grades that you've earned from these classes, your freshman through junior year, to calculate your core unweighted GPA. This core unweighted GPA is what will be used to determine your admissibility to the university. Typically, we like to see students with at least a 2.0 core GPA, but of course it depends on the holistic review of the application. This can be a little tricky, so if you have questions at the end, I'd be more than happy to answer them. This information is also posted on our website. What else do you need on the application? Again, official high school transcripts are not required up front. We do not require essays. Personal statements are optional. So maybe there's something going on in your coursework or your grades, or if you want to highlight some of your achievements to add support to your application, we would definitely welcome a personal statement, but they are not required. We do not accept letters of recommendation, so please do not submit them. They will not be reviewed if they are. So don't waste your or your recommender's time. They are not going to be considered. Arizona is test optional. We were test optional prior to the current pandemic we are facing for general admission. For the fall 2021 application cycle, we are going to be test optional for all academic programs and for merit scholarships. So if you are unable to take the test score, or if you haven't taken the test yet, please do not panic. We are test optional at this point in the application cycle. We do accept our own online application, a coalition application, or the common application. Whichever one you want to submit works for us. Once you have a completed application on file, you will be sent University of Arizona account login information. You can use this login information to access your account and check the status of your application. Typically, it takes about 2 to 4 weeks for us to send a decision back to you. That decision would include your eligibility for admission to the university, to your specific academic program, and any merit scholarship consideration. Some of you might already be admitted to Arizona and not even know it. If you are in the top 25% of your graduating class, or if you have an unweighted core GPA of 3.0 or higher, then you are admitted to the university. Congratulations. So you do still have to submit an application. You still have to go through the application process, but rest assured, if you meet one of these requirements, then congrats, you are a Wildcat. We know that one of the next big questions about college is how to pay for it. One program that we are thrilled to provide to help give assurance to all our students is our guaranteed tuition and fees promise. This means that the cost you start at with is the same cost you have for 4 years or 8 consecutive semesters. So you know that the cost won't go up, which is extremely helpful when you start budgeting out your 4 years. Tuition and fees for an out-of-state student is about $36,600 per year. That does not include room and board. Room and board is optional. If you do choose to live on campus, you should budget between $12,000 and $13,000 per year. That's going to be dependent upon your room choices, your meal plan options, etc. The tuition and fees for an out-of-state student is about $36,600. Another great way to help budget for and plan for college is by receiving college scholarships. So University of Arizona does offer merit scholarships for out-of-state students. You can see here that they range from $1,000 to $35,000 per year. And this year for the fall 2021 application cycle, they are going to be based on core GPA only. Previously, it was core GPA and test score, but for the fall 2021 application cycle, it will be core GPA only. So when we evaluate your application, again, we're looking at those 16 core courses. We're going to pull the best grades your freshman through junior year to calculate an unweighted core GPA. So if you've taken AP or honors courses, that will not be factored into the GPA as it is unweighted, but you will earn points for rigor, which could potentially earn you an additional scholarship. But please note that this GPA is only the core GPA. If you're thinking about the classes that you've taken your freshman through junior year and what you're currently enrolled in as a senior, if you're fulfilling some of those ABOR core requirements during your senior year, that's great to fulfill those requirements, but please note the grades you've earned your senior year will not be factored into your GPA. It is strictly based on your 9th through 11th grade transcript. This chart is available on our website if you want to refer to it later. There is no separate application for these scholarships. It is automatic when you submit your application. These awards are offered to students for a total of 4 years and renewable as long as the students meet those requirements. In addition, we also offer a fantastic database called Scholarship Universe. This is exclusively available to admitted Arizona students. Here, you can be matched to thousands of Arizona and non-Arizona opportunities. Simply create a profile. Once you have your Arizona login, create a profile, and it will match you with potentially thousands of scholarships for which you could apply. They could be through different Arizona offices, departments, or academic programs, or they could be outside of the institution at some other nationwide scholarship or different organization or department. It really just depends on the scholarship opportunity and if your profile matches the requirements for that. This is available to you as soon as you are admitted. You are not required to have committed to the University of Arizona to start applying to these. And I would recommend that as soon as you get your acceptance letter, you create your profile and you start applying. There's no limit to how many scholarships you can apply to or when. I thank you for joining me today, but if you would like to continue to connect with us, we have a lot of really great virtual visit options. We are not hosting on-campus visits this fall, but again, take advantage of what we're doing online. If you'd like to explore our campus with a current student and a guided virtual tour, you can sign up online. If you're interested in learning more about a specific academic program, we do offer weekly online info sessions from those different colleges and academic programs, so definitely check that out. Every Tuesday, our students are on Instagram with Ask a Wildcat. It's a great opportunity to hear live from our students, submit your questions, and get them answered to see what it's like to be an Arizona student. I thank you again for joining me to learn more about Arizona. Here is my contact information, my email, as well as my cell phone. You will find this information on the website as well. You just simply go to Find My Recruiter, select your state, and there I will be with my beautiful headshot, my phone number, and my email, and you can always reach out to me. At this time, I would like to open it up to Q&A. So if you have a question, please feel free to enter it into the Q&A and I will answer. Otherwise, I will have your information and we can follow up at a later time. Thank you again. So great questions coming in. Merit scholarships are automatic. You're automatically reviewed for our merit scholarships when you are reviewed for admission. So there is no need to submit any separate application or information. We will calculate your core GPA for admissibility, and then that same core GPA is used for merit scholarship consideration. So that chart provided that I showed you in my presentation, but that is also available online on our on the Financial Aid and Scholarships webpage. You can see what the core GPA would look like. Another great question coming in about how do you pick your housing? So housing does work on a first come, first serve basis. Students who must first be admitted and then commit to the University of Arizona to complete their housing application. That application will become available in October. And then as students are admitted, they can submit that application to reserve their spot in line to request their housing application. So that application will go up in October. And again, it works on a first come, first serve basis. The best time to apply is now. Our application became available August 1st. We do work on rolling admission, so there is no fall deadline, priority deadline. I would encourage you to submit it as soon as possible because like I just mentioned, there are other deadlines happening like with housing, financial aid and scholarships, financial aid, the FAFSA becomes available October 1st. You want to make sure you get all of that information ahead of time so that you have more time to make the best informed decision. As a junior, you'll just want to think about August 1st of your senior year. Doesn't look like I have any other questions coming in, but I again want to thank you so much for joining me this evening. Again, my name is Emily Martinez. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime you have any questions or want to talk more about Arizona. I'd be happy to schedule a one-on-one video call or really anything that I can do for you to answer any questions about Arizona. So thank you again and have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, Emily. Okay, guys, just one last thing. Thank you for joining us this evening. There will be a quick 4-question survey that will appear when you close this window. Please fill that out if you don't mind, since this is the first time we are hosting a program like this. You can definitely sign up for more sessions if you're interested at IACAC.org. And then again, the recording of this presentation will be available in just a few days, also on that same website, IACAC.org. So again, thank you so much, and everybody have a great night. Bye.